thank you. And tonight's protests really are a dramatic departure from the first 4 nights when Denver police used tear gas and pepper balls to disperse a crowd that threw rocks and water bottles at them.
And these common police tactics help keep things under control, but are they the right tactics? Denver 7's Russell Haythorne goes 360.
Black Lives Matter!
While peaceful protests grip the nation during daylight hours, chaos often reigns after dark. Standoffs between demonstrators and the DPD have taken a violent turn at times. Officers dousing crowds with tear gas, pepper spray, and even these rubber pellets this protester says he was shot with.
They hurt a lot more.
Now, some city leaders are calling for an investigation into the use of force by the DPD during the protests.
Simply asking the monitor to do the investigation.
Councilman Paul Cashman says he doesn't doubt Chief Pazin's abilities, but if mistakes were made, the public should know about it.
Was this the time that tear gas needed to be employed? That's the discussion I want to have.
What we know is police are using what they call less than lethal force, but the effectiveness of police in riot gear and using those less lethal weapons is up for debate.
Even if it's deemed non-lethal, it's still really dangerous. It's still really painful.
When people are oppressed and are abused and are killed just for the color of their skins, it's no wonder that they're pissed off and they act on it.
Civil rights attorney Mari Newman says Denver police have gone too far.
When police act like a military occupying force, it causes more violence, not less.
But the executive director for the Department of Public Safety, Murphy Robinson, sees the DPD's response as adequate, just, and part of its mission to protect the public and its officers.
The first day we did this, the police did not show up in riot gear. A result of that is a police officer took a rock to the head and was transported to the hospital. That's what happens when you don't wear riot gear.
In fact, Denver police then moved in and bulldozed over the rocks at Civic Center Station.
We brought in dirt to cover up those rocks so that it's not even an option.
But Murphy says it goes beyond rocks.
People that bring knives, machetes, bats, even explosives out here in Denver for the last 5 days. That is not normal.
Capital Cigars had its windows busted out and nearly all its liquor stolen, just as they were opening up from the COVID shutdown.
We're getting ready to gear up and everything just kind of got busted again.
While they support the protests, they also understand the need for certain police tactics.
You have like a really good common core cause that is valid, and then you have people who take advantage and use that opportunity to cause more like pain and trauma.
Robinson says the DPD fully supports any investigation into its actions, which he says have been appropriately restrained at times and forceful at others.
We're always in the vein of wanting to learn from the things that we do.
Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
And our 360 reporting promises to bring you multiple perspectives. So if we missed one and you have thoughts on police tactics during these protests, we want to hear about it. 360 at thedenverchannel.com, or you can always weigh in on the Denver 7 Facebook and Twitter pages.